Hi everyone, this is Francisco. Anyways, I came up with an idea that I believe everyone will love. Basically, it's pretty much like the Faraday flashlight. You just shake it, and then you're able to turn on the light with the Faraday flashlight. If you don't know what a Faraday flashlight is, I would recommend for you guys to stop this video and maybe even watch a few videos of your own on YouTube regarding the Faraday flashlight. Well, if you stop the video and you actually got to look at some videos of how the Faraday flashlight works, operates, you guys will notice and see that technically all that is doing is there's a magnet that's going up and down and is passing through some coils, which in turn generates electricity. It just allows positive electrodes or negative electrodes, whatever, go through the coils and into the battery bank, which is then stored for when the user wants to use a flashlight. So I was thinking the same kind of concept, but for a cell phone, in case of an emergency, you guys will be able to. It's basically like how I have my cell phone. I'm charging my cell phone right now as I'm like I have this cord is going like towards my hand. My hand is reaching. I have it away from me, and basically it's connected to my phone. My phone's on my hand, and it's basically connected to the power grid, the city power grid. But what if the connection was connected to some Faraday flashlights? Then you guys would be able to generate electricity. But then I thought, wait a minute. So technically, we can have people using a blowing device, kind of like a whistle. But instead of an actual whistle, it will be like the Nikola Tesla. I forget what it's called, but it's the like Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla. Like it's. I forget what it's called, but it's a one-way valve. No, it's not the one-way valve. That's a different invention. I'm talking about there's like this. It's like this round thing. It's a round object, and technically, what happens is water can flow through it, and then it comes out the other side. But it's a way to generate electricity. But what if people did that with their mouths? They could technically just blow into the device, and basically the magnet will spin around, kind of like a frigid. You know how you spin it, and then it spins for a very long time? Kind of like that. But the way that it will spin will be with one deep blow into the device, which then will be generating electricity, and that electricity will then be like getting stored on your cell phone in case of an emergency. So yeah, you can rely on solar panels, but only when the sun's out. If the sun's not out, then those solar panels are going to prove worthless. So like the Faraday flashlights, that type of idea would be good because all you would have to do is just hang out and basically generate electricity. Boom, 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 boom. I've even seen some ideas like on bicycles, people generating electricity like that. So it's basically they're using real energy to produce electricity. I mean, that will work, but that's a lot of work too, though. But some people won't mind it, especially in an emergency case. Um, um, another way would be to like create a small miniature generator, turbine generator. But I think that, just like a small device. Um, I'm not even sure anymore. But I was thinking like kind of like and as if you're blowing into the device, it'll just spin and 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 spin over and over and over and over. And as it's spinning, it's generating electricity, feeding your phone. And for some people, even on the go, they wouldn't mind doing that. Right? Just because we have to breathe anyways. That's almost like all day. Now, the only thing that would get it frustrating is if you're trying to charge your phone and at the same time people are trying to talk to you. So you're so busy attempting to keep your phone charged, but at the same time people are talking to you. So, are you going to waste your breath speaking? Or are you going to use that breath to generate some electricity? I suppose the same can be done in the opposite side of the token. Instead of the user breathing outwards into a device, what if there were tubes connected to your nose And every time you breathe in, it did the same effect. And it made something spin. And then when you breathe out, or you'll be able to talk. You'll be able to talk. But every time you breathe in, it will spin the thing. And then you'll be able to talk again. And then you'll be able to talk. You know, that type of thing. I got confused. Honestly, I got confused. What was generating electricity? Breathing in or breathing out? Just right now, I forgot. I got confused. But, I mean, the Faraday flashlight idea is pretty good. Because, I mean, it doesn't take much to do that. You know? And some people wouldn't mind it at all. That's actually a great idea. Like, here, just stroke my cock. And your device is going to have a full life, a full battery. That's all day long right there. Oh, you need your battery recharged? Oh, no problem. Just stroke my cock. Just stroke the fucking Faraday flashlight, please. Thank you very much. I mean, it's either you stroke it for, 5 minutes, or you really stroke a real Faraday flashlight and stay there for 2 hours trying to fill up your device. What would you rather have? Think about it. Now, that is probably one of the greatest ideas, inventions anyone has ever thought of. The smartest concepts. That should go in the book of world geniuses, the almanac, record breaking concepts. Like, how do you get bitches to stroke your shit without money? Or with little to no money? Like, why even work when you could just stroke my dick and you have full battery? Imagine for some people that have no logic other than that. Like, would you rather fuck around with the Faraday flashlight to generate electricity? Or would you prefer to sit on my dick all day? And as you're sitting on my dick, you can watch a movie. You don't have to wait for your device to go on full. Fuck it. Just keep that shit plugged in. Straight the fuck up. Pretty much, right? Pretty much. Yeah, but anyway, so technically, the magnet could be round or not. It could be a certain shape so it can go around the device. Or what if you guys like just created something like I was referring to with the Faraday flashlights, but creating a billboard Faraday flashlight system grid system, kind of like a whiteboard, massive one. That's all it really comes down to, people. Then you turn it over. When you turn it over, all the magnets start falling down. Once they reach the bottom, you turn it over again. The magnets work their way down to eventually they reach the bottom. And then until someone creative comes up with an automatic solution, and that thing could just run all day long. But I'm assuming that people don't have these billboards and Faraday flashlight things. I'm just assuming that you're stuck out in the middle of nowhere and you have no way, no means of generating electricity other than your phone and a charger. So how would you be able to generate electricity? You would just have to blow into the device. That's how. So you blow into the device, but then what happens then is there's room for corrosion and bacteria growth and a bunch of other unforeseen things that we don't want. So technically, it would have to be like a phone case that users would be able to fully submerge into a solution or a river or a creek to, wash out any bacteria that might be in there. But for the most part, it will work effectively and it will cause your battery to reach its full life once more. And that would be something that you'll never have to worry about again. Because, think about it. If you're surfing the web, if you're just watching a movie, and you have the device connected to your mouth, and you're breathing all day long, and as you're breathing, you're able to watch your movie, you're able to watch YouTube videos, you're able to search the web, whatever it might be that you're trying to do. And not just that, but it will make people think twice about just wasting their day and wasting their breath. Like, do I really want to waste my breath today watching another movie that is not really going to help myself in the future? I mean, do I really want to blow into the device to generate electricity? So, for some of you, the answer will be no. For some of you wouldn't care. Fuck it. It's another movie. Some of you love movies, like fuck it. I guess it all depends what we want to do in this life. It all depends, you know. Like some of you like rock climbing for no apparent reason. It's optional. Some of you enjoy running, while some of you enjoy swimming. Some of you enjoy driving all day long. Some of you enjoy sleeping all day long. Some of you even enjoy having sex all day. Some of you love to just sit down. So, I mean, we're talking about a big, huge range of people here. And some of you surprisingly enjoy doing all of them. Um, and there's no discrimination if you're the type of person who likes doing all of them or just one specific type of thing. It's it's all optional at the end of the day. And no one can force anyone to do anything that they don't want to do. It's all optional. So, yeah, like just do whatever makes you happy. And if you're ever stuck somewhere and you need your phone charged and you don't have any money, well, I guess you're just shit out of luck. Unless someone creates something like this. You know, another solution would be like, you know, like the thing that I'm talking about, where you blow, but instead of you blowing, you can put a gallon of water into a tube that can be turned into a miniature turbine, and the water that falls from from that device and runs the tube to the bottom, it could basically fall to another gallon of water. Because I'm looking at that gallon of water right there, and that just reminded me of that. So once that reaches the bottom, you would just then swap it. So the kind of like an hourglass, kind of like that. So the hourglass type of idea will be the water instead of the sand. Or the sand could be copper filings that fall through some magnets, which then produce electricity. So technically, it could be a battery. It could have been a battery. But who gives a fuck, right? No one gives a fuck. No one gives a shit. I mean, I could be dying right now, and no one in the world would give a fuck. Someone could bury me alive, and no one would ever give a fuck. I could go hungry in this fucking world, and no one would give a fuck about me. I can go a whole month without showering, and people will still not give a fuck about me. I could go a whole month without brushing my teeth, and I won't hear not even one complaint. That's how much people care. Yeah, people care a lot, don't they? Oh, but people in reality don't give a fuck about anyone else. But when it comes to their own children, they give a fuck. Until their children grow old, and for some weird reason, they don't appreciate all the sacrifices a parent had to make. And at the end of the day, even the parents get treated like strangers treat them. I guess it's all karma. You treated people like shit. Even your own family would treat you like shit. I still can't figure it out, honestly. I'm still trying to figure all this out. It's weird. But, how would life be if there wasn't any pain, any suffering? How would anyone be able to enjoy life? And how would anyone be able to enjoy life without any pain, without any suffering? So there's a positive and negative effect. And wouldn't it be better if we didn't know neither the good or the bad? Either way is tormenting. So the less you know, the better it is, people. Ain't that a bitch? But the system, right from the start, from the very gate, what do? They forced us all into school. Learn this, learn that, learn this, learn that. Now, if you guys can make it where this machine could just run 24/7, you guys would be golden. You guys would be able to travel to the moon and back, to Mars and back. Self-sustained energy. Um, you know, on YouTube, no, yeah, on YouTube, the internet, the televisions, they have people breathing through their necks because they make a hole there. So technically, we could even connect humans, animals, to generate electricity for us. I mean, we use them for, we use them as food. Some of these animals, they're kept in cages their whole lives because their real intention is not to enjoy life, but they're raised